Well, hello and welcome to my home in Aberdeen. And I was racking my brains last night thinking, who was it who actually said, welcome to my home? And it was a radio programme I used to catch on a Saturday about 5 o'clock on Radio 2. And it was an old man called Desmond Carrington. He always said, hello and welcome to my home in Perthshire. So I always thought it sounded quite cosy. So the fact that the Ballata Gallery, here we are on Thursday, the 21st of January, the doors aren't open. The fact that the premises aren't open, in all honesty, isn't causing us a huge problem. And I don't mean that in a boastful way, because some other galleries might well be having a problem with that. But we're doing rather well, and I'm very pleased that a lot of the people who subscribe to the newsletter and our mailing list send messages and say, oh, come on, David, or to Tom, who prepares all these things, tell us a bit about what's going on. We quite like a little bit of, inverted commas, gossip about what's selling, what's coming, who's painting new things for you, what about commissions, all that type of thing. So I hope the casualness of this is okay. I also slightly apologise. Well, there's not much I can do about it, but black eyes yesterday on a dog walk at the River Dee. I went totally flying and landed on my hip and can barely walk. But I will be taking a video as I hobble around later for the Facebook videos. So, telling you a little bit about what's happened. Well, I think the last time we advised you that we have a very glossy catalogue. The response to that has been phenomenal, and we've sold, I couldn't tell you exactly, but probably 12 of the paintings that are in the catalogue. The catalogue now is available, thanks to Tom, this is so above my head, but it's now available in a digital format, which there is a link on the newsletter for you to go and read the catalogue without having the hassle, if you don't want to, of more paperwork in your house. So link to the catalogue, the winter catalogue, is available on this newsletter. What else has been happening? I think in the last edition, we spoke about Owen Art. So Owen Art has taken a long time for us to be approved, about a year. And we're delighted because it really means that, whoever you are, and somebody recently bought a very expensive painting and kind of took me aback because I really hadn't been asked that often about paying art up. But it's an opportunity for you to buy art and pay up over, I think it's 10 months, interest-free. So if cash flow's a bit tight, or if you think, I'd just rather spread the payments, if there's a painting you're interested in, drop us an email at info@ballatagallery.co.uk and we'll send it to you. What else has been happening? Well, just a little bit of the tittle-tattle about what's been selling and new stock that's arriving. The last couple of weeks, what did we sell? We sold 3 beautiful Leslie Mackenzie ceramic penguins. They were really big, and they went to real avid collectors of wildlife ceramics. There was an emperor chick and an emperor penguin. They'll drop in for you to see them with Leslie's possibly trademark raku method of firing her ceramics. We've no other Leslie Mackenzie ceramics at the moment, but Leslie assures me there will be more to come. What else happened? Well, just the other day, a couple of cracking Margaret Evans paintings. Margaret is one of the top painters in the country of painting with pastels, and her and her husband came up to Ballata, really investigated the area, and she painted 2 wonderful paintings for me called Evening Glint of Loch Mick and The Path to Loch Mick. Both of these sold to a charming chap down in Cambridge or Oxford, so they've gone there. While I'm talking about Margaret's got some new paintings that I think there's maybe 4 new paintings, and I shouldn't have favourites, but please have a look at Bluebells in Lockdown, should drop in as I'm talking, and Mist Rising. They're so atmospheric, they're so clever, and so confidently painted, and I'm delighted that Margaret's got quite a global reputation and the way that she uses pastels to such good effect. What else sold? There was a really, there's an artist who everybody knows I'm a big fan of, called Michael Clark. One of Mike's classic painters, Golfer and Caddie, sold just a couple of days ago. But I really wanted to draw your attention to a couple of newish Michael Clarks. I think they arrived maybe at the end of November, and they're called Japanese anemones. Have I got that word right? Anemones. And red anemones. So have a look at these. Somebody actually asked me recently about that. They had a very big house and a lot of art, and they said, we're wanting some new paintings for guest bedrooms and for a bedroom. Michael's paintings could go anywhere. I've got them in my own house, but these would be they're very soft, they're very dreamy, and they're really expertly painted. Jumping on, I'm just about to organise delivery of one of Cecilia Cardiff's small paintings called The Welcome Guest. And I was looking through Cecilia's paintings. By the way, I'm going to apologise for something here, because we've had a couple of friends of mine and who are big collectors have said to me, the one thing, David, we get annoyed about is the fact that when we want to have a quick look to see what's available by a certain artist, we have to trawl through paintings that are sold. Well, why do we do that? Well, we don't have a lot of option, because the web facility that we use called ArtLogic don't allow us to put the first paintings being the paintings that are available and then all the paintings that are sold. But they're working on that. So watch this space, and that should really happen to save you trawling through. But I'd be interested to know what other people think. Other people say, but actually, David, we like going through to see all the red dots, to see what an artist has painted. And I should point out that that has been a reason that quite a number of my artists, funnily enough, like Cecilia, have been very successful in gaining commissions of paintings that people have maybe missed out on. Obviously, the commissions will be slightly different. We never put commissions on the website, obviously. Just talking about Cecilia, there's a new painting by her that's not been with us for long. Should drop in, called Good Day Sunday. I just think it captures atmosphere, it captures restaurants, it captures mood. And Good Day Sunday, new one by Cecilia Cardiff. Now, I'm not going to go on and on here for too long, because it's really just a little bit of a what's happening. There is a bit of excitement because we've not managed to get an Ian Faulkner for a while. In fact, the last one, which we had, Sana Sands, actually sold within 3 hours of arriving at the gallery, and it was a £28,000 painting. But we have a phenomenal new painting called First Coffee by the one and only Ian Faulkner. I think it's 30 by 30. It should drop in as we're talking. And really delighted to get it. And what's very unusual is that it's actually got the front of the person in situation having the first coffee in the morning, with the backdrop of the London Eye, and it's from the hotel series, from a hotel balcony. Terrific painting at 12,500. So that's about to arrive any day now at the gallery. One or two other things. Talking about Ian Faulkner, actually, as I jump, Denise Finlay studied at Glasgow School of Art around the same time as Ian Faulkner, and they're great friends. And we have just sold a really charming small painting by Denise called Dunach Moored. It's a painting of a boat, just very gentle, very peaceful. Denise has got a great calmness and sort of karma about her, and it comes through in her paintings. And on the back of that having sold, I'm delighted to advise you that we've got two stunning new tiny little paintings by Denise called Touch of Gold and As Good as Gold, and these are actually painted on marble. So they're little paintings, beautiful frames. Denise always has quality frames, but the unusual thing here is they're painted on marble. And there is another painting that I wanted to draw your attention to by Denise that's again got a lot of mood, and it's a portrait of a lady on a sofa in a great frame, and it's called Honesty. So a little bit about Denise. And just before I talk about that, finish off talking about that, was to say that David Smith, who I have spoken about quite a lot in the videos of late, because he's had a bit of a run. This is David Smith, RSW. We have 8 new paintings by David Smith. Quite a coup to get this, because he did fantastically successful show at Thackeray in London. And right behind me, on my own kitchen wall, I've hung up taken some paintings down to let you see how they look in situ in a house. So a fantastic new David Smith painting. Right behind me, a terrific Gordon Wilson painting. And right at the far end, we've got a painting of cabbages, great for a kitchen, by Ewan McClure. So it just gives you an idea of what's happening. Keep an eye on the videos. I was dropping off in Ely, St Cyrus, all very safely, all outside, and we can continue to do that. And some of you will be regulars who are listening to this. You're very much aware that we're very happy, particularly when we know you, to leave paintings overnight. So I hope that allows you the opportunity to hear a little bit about what's selling, what's coming on, and enjoy the newsletter. Thanks for listening.